What are you listening to, man?
Someone sent me a demonic email.
Let me see these. See what the hell you got going on over here. Welcome to O.Chaplins Picks, where I need to watch movies like a zombie needs to eat brains. I'm going to be talking about Undertone. This was a movie that I was very hyped up for. I did a short for it back when I first saw the teaser trailer. I had a great time with this movie. I thought it was unique. I thought it was original. It genuinely had me creeped out and had me on edge. I'm a very imaginative person in general. I have a big imagination and I like to use it a lot. This kind of movie made me tap into my imagination. The plot of the movie is about a podcaster named Evie, played by Nina Kiri, who I'm not familiar with, but I thought she did a really good job in this movie. She gets a call from her partner, that's the other half of the podcast, a guy named Justin. He tells her that he received an email from an unknown address that looks like it's just a bunch of random letters. In the email were 10 audio files. He heard the first one and he doesn't know if it's real or not, and he thinks it's disturbing. They decide they want to do their entire podcast episode about these 10 audio file recordings, and Evie wants to prove that they could be a hoax. They unleash a horror that they do not know is going to come from these audio recordings. Evie brings this horror into her home, where she's taking care of her sick mother, who's upstairs in a coma in the bedroom. I give this 5 out of 5 brains because I had a lot of fun with this movie and I wasn't disappointed at all. I'm going to get into my brain reasons. My first brain reason is going to be the original concept. I really liked the idea of a horror movie revolving more around sound than visuals. Kind of made me think of like these creepy pastas that you listen to, how they can be scary and creepy without you even really seeing anything. You're just listening to it. I really liked the idea. You don't know exactly who sent these audio recordings. It's very mysterious. The mysteriousness of it, I think, is what makes it even scarier. My second brain reason is going to be the overall sense of dread. I thought this movie had a fantastic sense of dread that just builds up and it takes its time throughout the film. You know something terrible is going to happen to these two from listening to these audio files and unleashing this evil, but you don't know exactly what it is until the movie gets much closer to the end. By the time you find out what it is, you know that it's too late for these characters. You may find this movie slow. It's not an action-packed horror movie. It definitely takes its time to get under your skin. There was a few moments where I found myself kind of looking around the movie theater like, okay, like, is there something like in here with me? I love to let myself get fully immersed in a film. This is a very immersive film.
You want to hear some immersive shit? Listen to this.
Hey, wait a minute. Did you hear that? Something's in here, man.
Demon got you.
My third brain reason is going to be the less is more approach. This is a small budget movie. The entire movie is made in one location. It just takes place in Evie's mother's house the entire time. There's really only 2 characters that you see throughout the movie. It's just Evie and her mom. And there's the third character, Justin, but you never actually see him. You only hear him throughout the movie. There's a few other very minor characters that you hear briefly, like some of the people that they hear on the audio recordings, but you never see these people. That was just so cool to me that it was one location, 3 characters, and they were still able to make it very scary with that minimal approach. They really utilized the less is more. Same thing with the visuals. They only show you so much, and they leave the rest of it up to your imagination. My fourth brain reason is going to be the sound design. I thought they did a fantastic job with the sound in this movie. Something really cool that I liked about the movie, every time Evie puts on her headphones, it feels like you're putting on the headphones and you're listening to what she's listening to. There's a TV on in the background or something. You'll hear the TV and you'll see her with the headphones. The minute she puts the headphones on, it's like and you don't hear the TV anymore. You just hear the silence of the headphones. When she hits play, you just hear the audio files that she's listening to. So it essentially feels like you're wearing the headphones with her. Another thing that was really cool was a lot of the panning they did with the sound in the movie. You'll hear a demonic noise to your left, then you'll hear a baby crying to your right. It just feels like these sounds are coming all around you and behind you. Being in a movie theater with a really good sound system, I felt like made it very effective. effective. And my fifth and final brain reason is going to be for the cinematography. I thought this movie was shot very well. It was shot in a way that makes it look like it's a bigger budget than it actually was. It has a very bleak lighting. They do a lot of shots that are just in pure darkness. There's a few moments where it just goes completely dark and you're just hearing things. That was really putting me on edge. I love when movies utilize darkness because, you know, a lot of people, when you're a kid, what's one of the first things you're afraid of? You're afraid of the dark. Not everybody, but it's a very common thing. There's a lot of these really cool camera rotating shots, which I thought were very effective, where the camera's rotating, kind of goes upside down. It's just this real kind of like mind. I love those kind of shots if they're done right. Shout out to the DP of this movie. I think that they really nailed it, taking a modest budget and making it look bigger than it was. Overall, I really enjoyed Undertone. I do think it's the kind of movie you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. You may get enjoyment out of this if you don't mind a slow burn. If you're expecting something really fast-paced, something with a lot of murders and a lot of gore, then you will be disappointed in this. Thanks again for checking out O.Chaplins Picks, and remember,
be careful what you listen to.